In February 2025, Japan experienced one of its most intense and widespread snowstorms in recent history. The northern regions, particularly Hokkaido, bore the brunt of the extreme weather.
人の背丈の3分の2ほどの雪が積もっています。
30分やってこれだよ。ナンバープレートがここ。
With record-breaking snowfall causing significant disruptions to daily life, transportation, and essential infrastructure. The effects of the storm rippled across the country, straining emergency services and prompting authorities to issue urgent advisories. Hokkaido, the northernmost island of Japan, saw some of the heaviest snowfall ever recorded. In Obihiro City, the snow accumulation reached an unprecedented 129 centimeters within just 12 hours, surpassing all previous records. Other nearby towns, including Memuro and Honbetsu, also reported over a meter of snowfall in the same time frame, marking this event as one of the most severe weather occurrences in modern Japanese history. The rapid accumulation of snow created immediate challenges, overwhelming local governments and emergency response teams as they struggled to keep up with the relentless pace of the storm. The impact on air travel was profound, with more than 60 flights cancelled across Hokkaido as heavy snow and strong winds rendered runways unusable. New Chitose Airport, the region's primary air hub, faced widespread cancellations and delays, stranding thousands of passengers. Japan Airlines and All Nippon Airways, the country's leading carriers, were forced to ground dozens of flights, affecting both domestic and international travel. The disruptions extended beyond air travel. Railway services, including the region's extensive Shinkansen network, were temporarily suspended due to snow-covered tracks and safety concerns. Road transportation also suffered immensely, with highways rendered impassable and vehicles left stranded under massive snowdrifts.
何が何やら。胸バレあります。胸。お父さんの胸。
Authorities reported an uptick in accidents, including vehicles skidding off icy roads, pedestrians slipping on frozen sidewalks, and even instances of people becoming trapped in their homes due to rapidly accumulating snow-blocking doorways and windows. Power outages affected thousands of households as snow-laden power lines collapsed under the weight of the ice. In some areas, water pipes froze and burst, leaving residents without access to clean water in freezing temperatures.
Ah, アンリみたいなやつだ。
ちょっと死ぬんじゃないの？出れる？
とりあえず除雪頑張ってこのぐらいまで雪が開けました。
The situation was further exacerbated by the ongoing flu season, with medical professionals warning that the extreme cold could lead to a rise in respiratory illnesses. Public safety became a major concern as visibility plummeted, roads turned treacherous, and temperatures dropped sharply. The storm was not confined to Hokkaido alone. Across the Sea of Japan coastline, heavy snowfall blanketed multiple prefectures, including Akita, Yamagata, and Niigata in the Tohoku region, as well as Fukui, Ishikawa, and Toyama in the Hokuriku region. These areas experienced blizzard conditions with strong winds, creating near whiteout situations. In western Japan, even regions unaccustomed to heavy snowfall such as Shimane and Tottori faced significant snow accumulation.
多分乗ってない。自販機も今掘り起こして、なんとか買えるように。
The storm's reach extended southward, affecting parts of Kyushu and Shikoku, where snowfall is a rarity. The Japan Meteorological Agency issued high-level snow warnings, urging residents to stay indoors and avoid unnecessary travel.
終わり。で、屋根の雪が全然落ちないから、これが落ちたら多分、
Winter tourism, a major draw for both domestic and international visitors, was severely affected. The famous ski resorts of Hokkaido, including the renowned Rusutsu Resort, were forced to halt operations as chairlifts became inoperable due to heavy snow and strong winds.
やっぱ
Tourists found themselves stranded, with some resorting to climbing snow-covered slopes on foot when cable cars ceased operation due to safety concerns. The iconic Shirakawa-go village, a UNESCO World Heritage site known for its picturesque winter scenery, was effectively cut off, leaving self-driving tourists stuck in deep snow, unable to leave until rescue teams could clear the roads.
こちらの歩道は一人が歩くぐらいの道は途中までで途切れてました。はい、
いや、まだ降ってるな。マジかよ。
Local governments and emergency responders worked around the clock to mitigate the damage. Snow removal crews deployed across affected regions, struggling to clear roads and reopen transportation networks. Temporary shelters were set up for those displaced by the storm, providing warmth and essential supplies. Authorities urged citizens to stock up on necessities and avoid non-essential outings to reduce strain on emergency resources. Despite these efforts, recovery was slow as the sheer volume of snow made clearance efforts challenging. The storm had widespread repercussions. The supply chain was heavily impacted, with deliveries delayed or cancelled due to impassable roads. Supermarkets faced shortages of fresh produce and daily necessities as transportation disruptions prevented timely restocking.
除雪が間に合ってないんだって。
The tourism industry, already affected by the harsh winter conditions, took a substantial hit as reservations were cancelled and travel plans were abandoned. Fuel prices surged in response to increased demand for heating and emergency energy supplies. The meteorological phenomenon responsible for this extreme weather event was a combination of an intense cold air mass from the Arctic coupled with a rapidly developing low-pressure system over the Sea of Japan. This led to the formation of what is known as the Japan Sea Polar Air Mass Convergence Zone, JPCZ, which concentrated snowfall along the western and northern coasts of Japan.
で、あそこに車があるんだけど、人
やばいです。ほれ、雪。いつもの。
絶対に出せない。もうね、横もね。
The storm system intensified as it moved eastward, resulting in sustained heavy snowfall across vast regions of the country. Meteorologists noted that while heavy snowfalls are common in Japan during winter, the speed and intensity of this particular event were highly unusual. As the storm began to subside, authorities turned their focus to recovery efforts, restoring power, reopening roads, and resuming normal public transportation. Operations became top priorities. The government also emphasized the importance of long-term infrastructure improvements, including better snow management strategies and more resilient transportation systems to withstand future extreme weather events. Discussions arose about the need for improved urban planning, particularly in areas prone to heavy snowfall, to ensure that communities can better cope with such crises in the future. The February 2025 snowstorm will be remembered as one of the most disruptive weather events in recent Japanese history. It underscored the challenges posed by extreme winter conditions, highlighting both the resilience and vulnerability of affected communities.